I may make it look easy, but definitely not. If you guys would have interviewed me 3-4 weeks ago, I would have been black. I would have had a black.
It was a dog move you did. Now it's how insulted you are, or how triggered you are, how you're going to react to that. Are you going to let a man mug you off, call you a dog to your face? How are you going to react? Are you going to come back with some facts? Are you going to come back with violence? You don't know. So I want to see how that.
Fighter, but you're stealing credit from our victory. And not only that, if your fight would have got up, and then we had a bit of back and forth, and I was just like, you know what?
He knows the real, so anybody that's a man at heart can be honest with themselves, you know. So he knows I won that fight, and I feel like he know I deserve it.
Jermaine Franklin's post-fight attack on Moses Itauma shocked everyone. Losing didn't sit well, and now Moses Itauma has filed a lawsuit, making it clear Franklin will face the consequences. This isn't just a fight result dispute, it's a legal battle brewing over respect, anger, and accountability in the boxing world.
It's like, you know, I don't want to go philosophical today. I got told the other day that I look like I take life too serious.
Do you block it out? Does it frustrate you? Do you want to like go online and give all the reasons? Sometimes, yeah.
I do, and even my brothers when they talk, when they watch my interviews back.
Moses Itauma calmly explains the chaos after the fight, showing his composure despite Jermaine Franklin's attack. He highlights the tension and false accusations, making it clear that respect was violated. Now with a lawsuit filed, Itauma is taking control and ensuring Franklin faces the consequences for his post-fight aggression.
Bit back and forth, and then I was just like, do you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? And then he obviously came in the changing room, and he said, obviously.
Jermaine Franklin tries to downplay the attack, claiming he wasn't hurt and feels robbed. His words show arrogance and denial after losing, which only fuels Moses Itauma's case. The contrast between Franklin's dismissal and Itauma's poised response makes the upcoming lawsuit even more justified and dramatic.
No, I don't respect shit. You gotta hurt me for real. If you hurt me, then I respect it. But I didn't feel like he hurt me good enough for me to, you know, respect any power. So, I mean, he can hit, but I'm not saying he's weak or anything, but I wasn't hurt, I wasn't fazed.
Carl Froch breaks down the knockout, showing how dominant Moses Itauma was. Franklin was clearly overwhelmed and outclassed, leaving him vulnerable to the post-fight attack. The KO emphasizes Itauma's superiority and strengthens his position as the lawsuit now brings real consequences for Franklin's reckless actions.
Itauma sort of like put a half jab right hand in his southpaw, so it was a jab, and just sort of knocked him over. Steve Gray, the referee, was just a split second too late. Not his fault. He saw what was happening. He jumped in to stop the fight, and it was gone. Jermaine Franklin took that uppercut. It just totally took his soul. He was gone. He was out on his feet. Don't know how he didn't fall over. And Itauma just put a little jab into him, a little stiff jab, knocked him over, face first. He was gone out cold. And what a fantastic knockout and stoppage against somebody who's never been.
Wade Plamines highlights Moses Itauma's brilliance and Franklin's misplaced frustration. The stoppage was necessary, yet Franklin's ego drives him to attack Itauma after the fight. This behavior makes the lawsuit inevitable. Moses' performance was flawless, showcasing his dominance and composure, leaving no doubt he was the rightful winner and that Franklin now faces serious consequences for his actions.
Stoppage, I don't know how that happens. He was clearly not fit to fight anymore, and it was going to get worse. I just don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. So that could have just been sour grapes, talking about the referee stopped it too early. But Moses Itauma, what a performance. I can't say enough about how excited I am for this kid, and he's got the world in the palm of his hand.
Counterpunch Boxing questions Franklin's post-fight story, pointing out the confusion after the stoppage. Moses Itauma, calm and clear-headed, contrasts sharply with Franklin's excuses. The attack after the fight only reinforces Franklin's lack of professionalism. The confusion may explain Franklin's actions, but it does not excuse them, setting the stage for the legal repercussions Moses now pursues.
We could see how it was, unless he seen or looked up and seen the ref wave it off and he just kind of laid there for a while. But he said, well, I felt I could get up, but they stopped the fight. I don't know if that's the case. I can't rock with that. I don't know if he intentionally lied or whatever. Maybe he...
Franklin admits he strayed from his game plan, attempting to justify the loss and the subsequent attack on Moses Itauma. His excuses highlight poor judgment and lack of discipline. Meanwhile, Moses' control and strategic brilliance make Franklin's actions appear petty and reckless, reinforcing the severity of the lawsuit and the consequences that Franklin now faces.
I mean, the sky's the limit. Like, I've never been a quitter, so just back to the drawing board, gotta change some shit up.
Frank Warren praises Moses Itauma's technical skill and composure under pressure. Franklin's inability to cope after the knockout, followed by his post-fight attack, only highlights his lack of sportsmanship. Moses' calculated and precise performance contrasts sharply with Franklin's reckless behavior, proving that the lawsuit is not just justified but a necessary step to hold Franklin accountable.
No, look, he's tough. We know who he was in with, a tough guy, never been stopped. 4 years ago, AJ couldn't stop him. Gillian, 4 years ago, couldn't stop him. He was very patient. He took some really good shots, and you could see him a couple of times loading up to throw that right hand. He boxes well. He's got a good boxing brain. He does his work, gets out, and then comes back. He's back on you. But the shots were brilliant. Those 2 shots, he knocks him out with the first one, and the second caught him with another hard shot going down, face down, and the corner is screaming that he shouldn't have been stopped there. No.
Adam Smith emphasizes Moses Itauma's immense talent and potential to become a generational heavyweight. Franklin's post-fight attack tarnishes his own reputation, while Moses rises as the star. The contrast between Moses' composure and Franklin's recklessness underscores why the lawsuit is critical. Moses' legacy and future in boxing remain untouchable despite Franklin's desperate actions.
I think he's got the ability to be a generational great, I really do. I haven't been this excited about a heavyweight in a long time. I mean, I grew up with Mike Tyson, and of course he just brought something thrilling to the heavyweight division. Yeah, we've had Lennox Lewis, who I think is our greatest heavyweight, obviously Tyson Fury, AJ, David Haye, and many others. But there's something about this guy, there's something about Moses.
Daniel Dubois praises Moses Itauma for maintaining consistent intensity and executing a precise game plan. Franklin's post-fight attack shows frustration and inability to accept defeat gracefully. Moses' professionalism and composure highlight the stark contrast between a rising star and a reckless fighter. The lawsuit now reflects the seriousness of Franklin's unacceptable behavior, and Moses' reputation continues to soar.
It was, Jermaine's a crafty operator, but he got that stoppage. That was a great stoppage.
A lot of people are saying Moses, he started to blow a little bit. Did you see that he was maybe tiring, or did you feel like there was a consistency of intensity in his fight?
It's a fight. He found the shots. What can I say? Great prospect.
Lawrence Oakley underlines Moses Itauma's skill, strategy, and mental toughness against a crafty veteran like Franklin. Franklin's post-fight attack reflects frustration rather than skill, as Moses dominated tactically and physically. The incident strengthens the case for the lawsuit, highlighting that while Franklin tried to claim moral victory, Moses' superior talent and composure proved him wrong completely.
Yeah, same way that we all kind of saw and expected. He's a fantastic young fighter with great punch power, great punch selection and timing, so he eventually got the shot off.
He was looking for the rounds, and Jermaine Franklin gave him some good rounds in there. Did you feel like, that was the right level of opponent that he needed for his career?
The guy's very cute, very clever, blocked well, slipped well, got up from the first knockdown. He gave him everything that he could, and Moses was just a bit too...
Sean Zittel explains how Moses Itauma's tactical brilliance dismantled Franklin. Despite Franklin's experience and prior success against top fighters, Moses controlled the fight flawlessly. Franklin's post-fight aggression only reinforces his lack of discipline, while Moses' mastery of timing and technique proves he is a generational talent. The lawsuit against Franklin is an inevitable consequence of his reckless behavior.
He set up that knockout beautifully, man. He used his feints, he did invest to the body, straight left hands to the body, and as he went on, those kind of southpaw, Usekian feints, he started using them. Didn't get away from his jab, didn't get greedy. Itauma is a really good veteran. Franklin is a savvy veteran. He's a crafty veteran who we know went the distance with Joshua, bloodied Joshua's nose, gave him some fits, landed some good shots, and he really never landed anything of consequence on Itauma, because Itauma's there was some Shakur-like stuff from Itauma as a southpaw with that good balance, that good...
Eddie Hearn highlights Moses Itauma's explosive dominance, ending the fight faster than expected. Franklin's inability to handle the pressure culminated in the post-fight attack, showing poor sportsmanship. Moses' precision, power, and control underline his readiness for the next level, while Franklin's reckless behavior ensures the legal consequences he now faces are justified and unavoidable.
Listen, there's everyone, like, it's a mixture between that was a mismatch, and you can't have a build-up where people are going, oh, that's an interesting fight, and then he does that and everyone goes, it's a mismatch. We all knew that early on in the fight there was every chance that could happen, but I didn't expect even it to happen that quick. I thought Moses would stop him inside 3 rounds.
Dev Sahani praises Moses Itauma's flawless performance, emphasizing his endurance and control. Franklin's complaints and post-fight aggression underline immaturity and frustration. Moses' skill and composure shine, proving Franklin's actions unjustifiable. The lawsuit now becomes a formal reminder that professional conduct matters, and reckless attacks carry serious consequences.
Tonight it was all about answering some questions, right? Did he really answer any? I don't know. I don't know. We got to see him go beyond 2 rounds, which was a bit different to recent fights. It extended to the 5th, and yeah, maybe he was tired at one point. I don't know. He didn't look tired when he knocked him out, did he? I mean, I think it was just a flawless performance from Moses Itauma, and he sent Jermaine Franklin packing, really. I mean, I saw Franklin was complaining afterwards as well, in the corner were complaining about the...
Ben Davison underscores Moses Itauma's preparation and professionalism, contrasting sharply with Franklin's reckless post-fight attack. Franklin underestimated Moses' skill and was unable to execute any effective plan. The incident reinforces why the lawsuit is necessary, protecting athletes like Moses from retaliation after demonstrating respect and superiority in the ring.
Be happy with it. Again, when we said Jermaine Franklin be able to bring rounds, we didn't say that because the walking punch bag. No walking punch bag is going to go rounds with Moses Itauma. We said that because of his quality, and that's what people was missing. Maybe it was the way that we was articulating it, but he's a very, very good fighter. But that's nothing that we see that week in, week out, day in, day out at the gym, so we know what he's capable of.
Ben Davison details Moses Itauma's calculated approach, softening Franklin before landing the decisive knockout. Franklin's post-fight aggression contrasts with Moses' controlled strategy, emphasizing recklessness versus professionalism. The lawsuit is now a natural consequence, showing that attacking a disciplined opponent after a loss is unacceptable and that Moses' brilliance deserves respect and protection.
Happy with that. We actually mentioned to him in the corner that it'll be a breakdown job, and that we actually said that doesn't mean that won't lead to a one-punch knockout, but you're going to have to soften him up to get there, and that's what happened. So really.
Dave Allen emphasizes Moses Itauma's defensive brilliance and energy management, which Franklin failed to match. Franklin's post-fight attack was reckless, stemming from frustration rather than skill. Moses' composure and tactical mastery highlight the professionalism contrast, making the lawsuit inevitable as Franklin now faces real consequences for violating sportsmanship and legal boundaries.
For me, it's what he does when he's not punching. It's what he does when Franklin punches. Franklin feints, he throws the jab, but Moses Itauma's taking a step or two out of distance. He's bouncing out of distance and back in. It's very hard to do his heavyweight over 10 rounds to really expend that kind of energy.
Fabio praises Moses Itauma's versatility, strategic mind, and combination punching. Franklin's post-fight attack only highlights his immaturity and inability to respect a superior fighter. Moses' calculated approach contrasts starkly with Franklin's reckless behavior, making the lawsuit not just justified but necessary to protect athletes and uphold professional conduct in boxing.
I think Moses just has so many more skills, tools in his toolbox, so much more diversity in the way he's going to go about things. That plus a game plan and putting his punches together, combinations. It's going to be a multitude. It's not going to be one punch bang. It's going to be a multitude of up, down, picking this shot, picking that shot, just a barrage on top, and I think the ref will step in.
The aftermath of Moses Itauma's dominant victory is now far bigger than the fight itself. Franklin's post-fight attack shows recklessness and lack of sportsmanship, and Moses has responded the right way by filing a lawsuit, sending a clear message that actions have consequences. Moses' composure, skill, and tactical brilliance throughout the fight contrast sharply with Franklin's immature response, proving why he is a rising star in a heavyweight division. Fans are witnessing not just a knockout but a statement about accountability in boxing. The message is clear: respect the ring, respect your opponent, and there are real consequences for failing to do so.